Hello, everyone. Semi-retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today, I'm sitting inside of my computer because we are just going to have a quick little video. I'm going to talk about what worked well with my off-grid system and what areas I need to look at to correct them. And I've actually already done some of that, so we'll get into it here real quick. Of course, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Normally, I'm out walking around, but today I'm taking a rest day from walking outside because it's 96 degrees outside, and tomorrow it's supposed to be 76 degrees. So I'm going to just put my walking on hold for one day. I've already done some push-ups and some sit-ups and other exercises, and I'll be doing more of that later on today. But for now, I'm just going to sit here and talk to you for just a moment. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here as well. It does mean a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. I would like to ask everyone to help me out just a little bit. Go ahead and click that thumbs up button, drop down in the comments and say, "Hi, Bob." And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. You can follow my carnivore journey and my upcoming off-grid journey as I move down to this square of land in Texas, West Texas, this fall. So as you all know, I've been through a really big storm here. We were without power for 3 days. It was very brutal. The one thing that didn't work as well as I thought it would was getting solar power back into my power stations, because there are so many trees in this neighborhood. The one day I tried to recharge everything with solar, I spent every moment of the day moving solar panels around, and because the cords are only just so long, I had to move the power stations around with them too. The smallest of the power stations crapped out on me. It was plugged in and to a solar panel that it came with, and it was only pulling 9 watts off the solar panel. So that little 250 watt power station is done. It's actually going out in the trash this evening, but I found another one by a different company that was like a 330 watt. So it's a little bit bigger. And the neat thing about that one is, for just a few dollars more, it came with a 100 watt foldable solar panel. So I can use the new solar panel on the new power station. But the cool part of the new solar panel is it came with a bunch of different connectors. And unlike most things, like if you buy a Jackery product, Jackery solar panels come with the connector that will just plug into a Jackery. This one came with a standard, I forget what they're called, but it's the 2-prong standard connector that solar panels use. And then it came with attachments. So not only can I use the attachments to plug it into the new power station, it actually came with an Anderson connector as well, which is what I need to plug into my large power station. And it has 2 solar inputs on it, so I can take the 200 watts of solar on the hard panels that I already have plugged into one port, and then plug the new foldable solar panel into the other Anderson input and up my power input to 300. I may get another 100 watt panel to piggyback on that one, so that I have 400 watts of total solar going into the big one. I don't know how much solar I'm going to actually need down in Texas, because the problems I had here with all of my trees getting in the way, I'm not going to have that problem down in Texas. From the time the sun comes up to the time it goes down, I'll be getting sunlight on the solar panels. So I'm not sure if I need to spend the money on the additional solar panel right now or not. I did realize two things, but the most important thing that I need to address before I go to Texas is that my laptop that I've been using as my computer, the battery is not good in it. I tried to run my laptop when I made that video from 2 days ago. I had originally made that the day after the storm, but I have discovered that my laptop battery will only run my laptop now for about 25 minutes before it's completely drained. I'm going to look and see if I can find a new battery for this model of laptop, but I suspect the cost of the battery to replace the battery in this is going to be prohibitive, and I'm just going to end up needing to get a new laptop. So that may change when I go to Texas and all of that. We'll see what happens, but I'm definitely going to need a new laptop before I go down to Texas, because if I have to burn power to keep the laptop running, I'm not going to have quite enough power on my big station to keep everything running that I want to keep running. So we'll see. I haven't figured all of that out. I just wanted to let you know that that's one of the things that did not work very well. I started off running everything that I'd planned on running, plus my house freezer and my house fridge, and that drained a lot of power out of my big power station a lot quicker than I thought it would. But of course, I'm not planning on running a full-size refrigerator and a full-size freezer when I get down to Texas. I have a DC fridge that'll hold about 3 dozen eggs and a few pounds of butter, and that's all I'm planning on keeping in the fridge. And the freezer will hold, if I package it up right, between 30 and 35 pounds of meat. So I can buy stuff and keep myself stocked for about 3 weeks and not have to look at bigger power for bigger freezer and fridge. We'll see how that all works out, but I won't know that until I get down to Texas to see how things are going. Let's see here. What else did I want to talk to you guys about yet? Oh, I did find out the refrigerator in my house never actually stopped running, which is why my big power station drained off a lot more than I thought it would. So I think at some point we're going to have to replace the refrigerator in the house here in Omaha, but we'll see what happens. The house freezer cycled and shut off, and then as the temperature warmed up a little bit, it ran again and then shut off. But it did what you would expect an appliance like that to do. The refrigerator never cycled all the way in to the point where it would shut off, and that burned up an awful lot of power. That's what I've got for you today, folks. Like I said, this was just a quick little talk about what worked, what didn't. Hopefully I'll come up with an actual carnivore topic to talk about while I'm out. I'm planning on taking a pretty good long walk tomorrow. Oh yeah, I did go outside. I didn't actually walk, but the tree that I cut off the top of my truck and the other big branch that had landed half on the house, half on my camper, I had just pulled that off to check the roof of my camper, not realizing that where I dropped it to, it was sitting right in front of I've got a little shed that we built off to the side of the house to hold the big garbage cans. Well, tonight is garbage night, and I realized yesterday that I could not get the door that open. So I went out and I didn't chop anything up. I just drug it to the curb, getting the smaller debris out of the way so that I could move that big branch. I couldn't move it very far because it needs to be chopped down. And I'm planning on getting the chainsaw out tomorrow when it's 20 degrees cooler than it is today, and spend some time outside working tomorrow. But I did manage to pull it out of the way so that I can get the garbage cans out and get some of the garbage and trash and recyclables and all that stuff out of the house to the curb so the trash guys can take it away tomorrow. What did I get? I got something from Amazon yesterday, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was the foldable solar panel. The little power station actually came. It must have been in stock in Omaha because the little power station portable solar panel combination that I ordered, the power station came in that night. It got to me in about 9 hours. The foldable solar panel just came in yesterday, and the ladder that I ordered is supposed to be here sometime today. So hopefully you'll get to see some of that stuff moving forward as well. But I primarily wanted to get that big tree branch out from in front of my garbage bins. And I can't tell, of course, because I didn't actually pick it up. I just sort of drug it out of the way, but it probably several hundred pounds. And 2 years ago, I couldn't have hoped to move something that big. So that's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.